54 presidents, 35 prime ministers, one prince. World leaders gathered in New York City today for a climate summit. From UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon to UN FCCC head Rohenda Pachauri to Presidents Obama and Hu Jintao, world leaders outlined risks of global warming, called the world to action, and showed resolve ahead of December climate talks. Andrew Schenkel reports for Clean Skies News from New York City.
Day one of the UN Climate Summit here in New York City began with a sense of urgency. Secretary General Ban Ki-moon compared the speed of climate legislation around the world to that of glaciers melting, but it was United States President Barack Obama who said that it is still not too late to take on climate change.
We can reverse it. John F. Kennedy once observed that our problems are man-made, therefore they may be solved by man. It is true that for too many years, mankind has been slow to respond or even recognize the magnitude of the climate threat. It is true of my own country as well. We recognize that. But this is a new day. It is a new era.
And the new era comes with new promises from China. Chinese President Hu Jintao announced new plans to reduce the pace of carbon emissions from the world's largest nation.
First, we will intensify our effort to conserve energy and improve energy efficiency. We will endeavor to cut carbon dioxide emissions per unit of GDP by a notable margin by 2020.
Still, some fear that reducing emissions means worldwide cap-and-trade policies.
We think that cap-and-trade is going to be ineffectual, inequitable. It's not the architecture for carbon tax or for carbon pricing that the world needs.
What are the possible downfalls of not taking action on climate change?
Not doing anything about climate change potentially has dramatic economic consequences. So we see climate change not only as an opportunity, but also as an opportunity for investors, but it's an opportunity for economies to stimulate growth.
What we are seeking, after all, is not simply an agreement to limit greenhouse gas emissions. We seek an agreement that will allow all nations to grow and raise living standards without endangering the planet. By developing and disseminating clean technology and sharing our know-how, we can help developing nations leapfrog dirty energy technologies and reduce dangerous emissions.
Now, President Obama's day did not end with that speech. In the afternoon, he met privately with fellow newcomer to the UN, Chinese President Hu Jintao. And on Wednesday, President Obama will speak in front of the opening of the 64th United Nations General Assembly. In New York, Andrew Schenkel, Clean Skies TV.